Okay, so I finally sat down and watched this film. Took me a while to see the part one, but we got to part two of Dune. Woo! Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know what to do. After you hear this, you like, comment, follow the TikTok page, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Link in bio. My first reactions after watching this, I'm a little divisive if I'm being completely honest. I was also a little divisive about the first Dune. I think Dune as a franchise is a fun thing to watch. I think it would be something really dope to watch on a streaming service or sci-fi channel. I'll start off easily with Timothée Chalamet. I do enjoy his character through Dune 1 and 2. I highly enjoy. I think it's entertaining. I do prefer him more in the second one, action-wise. His character's cool for the most part. I'm not crazy about it. I do see that he lives with the sand people all the time in this second film. The chemistry I semi-buy. At times I buy it. At times I find it a little cheesy, and that this is where it gets a little negative for me. Is it me or is he upset? A lot of this film, these two long ass films, is that he's obsessed with her, and he was obsessed with her before he even met her. Like in the first film, he's having dreams about her before he even met her. Then in the second one, we got this crazy intense black and white scene. It's like some Roman fights. That's where it is interesting. It gets very space galactic, space political. Their imagery of like Romans and natives and indigenous cultures makes you think of a lot of different things. And I could see where this alone gives it a reason to be Oscar nominated. One of the main reasons I was watching this film is because it is in talks for some Oscar nominations, possible awards this year. And I can see from a film standpoint where this is valuable. Visually, it's fun to watch. If you like sci-fi, it's just fun to look at. I mean, some of the costume design in this film is phenomenal. But at the same time, they're not doing anything that Star Wars hasn't done better. And that's a big part of the Dune franchises. A lot of their promotions, they like to compare it to Star Wars because technically Dune came before, Star Wars. Granted, Star Wars took from Dune, but a lot of what Star Wars took from Dune isn't even the most biggest fandom of the Star Wars fan base. It's mostly the political space opera aspect. And that's a lot of this movie. As I watch it, is a lot of politics. They fighting over this sand and drugs and it's minerals, and this kingdom wants that. And to be honest, it's not, that doesn't hold you throughout it. I think this really does work better as a series. I've heard they have a series on HBO Max, like a side story. Like, to be honest, I put Star Trek over Dune at this point because Star Trek was one of like the first people to do a lot of the concepts they're doing, and it's just there's more hope in Star Trek. Jesus, let me get into that aspect. Both of these franchises are built off of a lot of hope and optimistic. Do they have a lot of political awareness and then also parallel of our worlds through their storytelling? For sure. But a lot of the narrative is really to inspire and to give you hope for people in society. And Dune doesn't do that to me. I feel like this movie is damn near depressing. The color palette, it's just a lot of a similar mood throughout the whole film. But I am curious to see where this goes. If this gets a part three of this 3 hour, they gotta cut it. They gotta cut the time. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What was your favorite of Dune part one or part two? I definitely choose part two over part one off of action and I guess more character development.